What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. All right, guys, this is a little bit of a follow-up video to one I put out a couple of weeks ago talking about the amount of SPS that is currently staked and how it was decreasing back then and still is today. Now, in that video, I was talking about how I had seen the amount of SPS. We had maxed out the highest that I'd seen, we'll say, was like 770 million. And in that video a couple weeks ago, it had dropped down to 759. Well, here we are, 10 million more down, 749 million SPS staked, which means people are unstaking, or maybe one large whale is unstaking at very, very high quantities. So what does this mean? Now, in that video, I went back through the comments, and I don't have an answer for you guys, right? I don't think anybody definitively knows what it could be that is happening currently. But there's a couple of different ways that we can go with this, right? And we're continuing to see just a large amount of SPS getting unstaked. I mean, so the bull case scenario from that was, well, maybe a lot of it is making its way into the liquidity pools. We saw Arcade Colony come online. Those APRs were much juicier in like the 30% range. So maybe folks were thinking that they can do better than the 10% APR, and they're going over and buying, not buying, but providing liquidity to Colony. Maybe some folks like myself are selling SPS and buying Colony with it. Now, again, I'm not doing this in any kind of major way, nor am I unstaking any of the SPS that I have. I'm just taking a lot of the liquid stuff, or the rewards that I'll get, and convert that over to Colony. Again, it's small scale. Maybe that's what's happening, but that does not explain the fact that another 10 million SPS has come unstaked. So that's the bull case scenario. Maybe people are pushing it over as another part of the ecosystem. They're chasing the yield elsewhere. That could make sense, and they're still keeping that capital within the ecosystem. But when you take a look at the SPS price, which is down 8%, 9% on the 24-hour, and obviously, we're fighting just barely to keep 2 cents, we've had a lot of sell pressure in a time when Bitcoin once again jumped from like 64 up to like 70, 71K. Obviously, we're down to 69, but we're not following Bitcoin anymore. We've talked about that many times. So clearly, people are not buying SPS whenever Bitcoin goes up. In fact, people have been continually selling SPS, which leads to the bear case of, well, I don't really know. People could be selling for a multitude of reasons, but either way, selling does not do good stuff for the price action. It sends us in the opposite direction. So I'm curious to know, again, and this is not, I'm not trying to shame anybody here. I'm not trying to call anybody out. If you want to sell. I sell all the time. I take my ice cream money. It's more so, what I'm more concerned with is the fact that combined with the selling that has been happening, right? Keeping SPS around the 2 cent range and struggling to maintain above 2 cents. Combined with that, we have now seen 21 million SPS get unstaked. And keep in mind, it's actually probably more than that, because consider the fact that we're still minting a ton of SPS every day, a good amount of which comes staked, right? So your the land rewards, for example, the ranked battle rewards, guild rewards, all that stuff comes automatically staked. So the fact is, people are unstaking more than what is actually being added in every day. And I don't know what the percentage breakdown is, but let's say we've been adding at least a couple 100,000 every single day to the staked supply. When you consider that, right? When you consider that, it's probably significantly more. So once again, I'm not sure what is causing that. I'm not sure who is causing that. I don't know if anybody would be able to dig on the blockchain and see if it's, a multitude of different accounts, or if it is just a single or, a small group of folks that are large stakeholders that are deciding that they want to park their SPS somewhere else or not hold their SPS at all. But I just wanted to share this update with you. Again, I'm not trying to cause any alarms here. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of what it could be. And once again, I want to say it could actually still be a bullish case scenario in which people are rediversifying into the rest of the ecosystem, aka Arcade Colony or even GLX, right? If they want to get into some of the liquidity pools there. So yes, is it bad for SPS? Yeah, I mean, absolutely, right? We don't want to see that. If the goal is to get people to stake as much SPS as possible, then we definitely don't want to see that. But like I said, it could just be stuff that's happening around the ecosystem where people are, people are just rediversifying within the Splinterlands, right? The Steam Monsters umbrella. But I'm sure somebody's going to call me out and say like, that sounds like cope. And you're probably right. I don't know. I don't know what the correct answer is. All I'm saying is the amount of SPS getting unstaked combined with the sell pressure on it is just not a good sign. So let me know if you have any other new theories. If you come across anything, if you want to put your tinfoil hat on as to what's going on here. But clearly we're decoupled. Clearly we are not correlated. And it's been a brutal start to the year for the SPS token. You can see here, if we go all the way up, this is only a 60-day price chart. And while we did jump up a little bit, right, we did make our way back to 3 cents, we still haven't hit like the December high. So I don't know. I mean, I'd love to see some changes here, but I'm very curious to know what your thoughts are on this. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all in the next video and see you around the game. Take care.